So when you watch bantamweights and you watch featherweights, there's only one guy that plays into the equation in both weight classes. It is our next guest, one of our favorite guests. It's time for One Round with Henry Cejudo. So welcome to the segment,
The
DCRC
guy.
and Triple C, one of our favorite guests of all time, Henry Cejudo. Welcome back, champ. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm finally back, DC. I'm just waiting for you to punch your ticket back into USADA, man.
I'm not going back to USADA, man. I'm burnt meat. I'm well done. I'm overcooked. I'm good where I'm at. Henry, you're in the media a lot, man. You have found a way to stay relevant, even in retirement. But the news that just came out is something that gets people excited. It's what we really want to hear about Henry Cejudo. We don't want to hear about him coaching John Jones, boo. We don't want to hear about the great coach that you've become, even though that's awesome. We want to hear about Henry Cejudo fighting. And after Saturday, you said, you know what? I'm back in USADA. Olympic champ, flyweight champ, bantamweight champ. Now you want to chase a third championship against Alexander Volkanovski. What went into making that decision to get back into the USADA testing pool?
Uh, um, the reality is the opportunity, man. The storylines that are behind that. You know, Aljamain beating Peter Yan, and then TJ potentially fighting for the title next, which I think was going to happen. I mean, you imagine if TJ wins too. I mean, that could set up a big mega fight between both of us. But the person that I really want, because you know this interview, Corby, I really just kind of want to share more of me, of Henry Cejudo, as you said, and I'm out there because I believe that nobody at 145 pounds, and it's been proven, dude, that's gonna get past Alexander Volkanovski. So my biggest thing is I want to challenge, man. I want to challenge that nobody believes that I could do it. It's almost like I don't even do it for me, Daniel. Like it's a trip, dude. Like I do it for the people because I know what I'm capable of. You know, I wasn't supposed to win the Olympics.
Bro.
I wasn't supposed to be Demetrius Johnson. I was supposed to be this ruttered up TJ Dillashaw. I wasn't supposed to beat Marlon Moraes as an underdog in all these fights. Man, I will continue to keep being denied. I think that's kind of what pushes me, Daniel. The simple fact that people don't want to see me win.
Do you ever truly believe that you're an underdog though, Henry?
Bro,
like you're talking
Ryan.
about these fights. Do you ever believe that you're an
Ryan.
underdog? I can't believe you actually think that and accept that.
I'll be honest. You might be right, RC. I think I'm the big dog, dude. I'm never no underdog. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm the big dog that's a chihuahua. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, that dude's small, dude. That dude's short. But man, I could pack a punch.
You know what's crazy, Ryan? I had this conversation with somebody yesterday. They were asking me, does Henry have a chance against Volkanovski? And the guy's like, no chance. I go, keep doing this. And then you always got to explain why you're surprised. Because when you pick against Henry Cejudo, he surprises you and he wins. The guy's an absolute winner. And I was going to say that, Henry. It seems like your tone's a little different in this interview. You didn't come out with the pillows. You don't have the jewelry. I feel like I'm talking to the guy from the Olympic Training Center. Honestly, I feel like I'm just talking to the guy that actually listen, it's a goal in front of you that you want to try and chase down.
And at the end of the day, that's what it is for me, DC. I am like, when you put the cringe aside, when you put the character aside, when you put the persona aside, like I am the ultimate competitor, man. Like I really do, man. I don't know, I put myself in the category of Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt, Manny Pacquiao, Michael Jordan as a world champ, but just as a competitor in general, dude. Like I want to push the limits of the body to places where it's been unknown. You know what I'm saying? So I think that fight with Volkanovski, and I'm gonna give the promo now, dude, because Alexander, like this is me. You've met me before. We've gone out drinking before. We've actually partied before. And at the end of the day, man, if you want this fight, man, you have to ask for it, man. If you want to make money with Triple C, man, we want to give the fights if you want to give the fans a big fight, man, I say we fight and we do it in Australia in front of 80,000 people, man. I know Israel Adesanya has a record right now when he fought Robert Whittaker, but wouldn't be nothing like if me and you fought in Australia. I will literally go to your backyard, man, and fight you in your backyard in front of 80,000 people with a record that will never be broken. You can fight this American boy, and I promise you, man, I will take your head off in front of your own people, dude. And that's not the cringe. That's not the persona. That's Henry Cejudo talking. So come on, man. Let's make this happen. If you really want to fight me, man, let's make it happen and tell Dana why you want that fight. Don't tell me I'm not proven, man. Don't tell me that he's done nothing at featherweight. I'm right here, bro. I'm the Olympic champ. I was the youngest in history to ever win an Olympic gold medal. I beat the greatest of all time at Demetrius Johnson, man. I defended both of my UFC titles. Bro, come on, let's do it, dude. Let's do it, man. Let's no persona aside, man. This is Henry Cejudo talking to you right now. Sign that damn dotted line, dude. Plain and simple.
Hey, Henry, straight up though, man. Listen, you know, DC talked about being burnt, burnt chicken. Listen, I'm burnt fish. I'm a pescatarian. I'm burnt fish. And ain't nobody eating no hard salmon. But you've been retired for a while, and you've gotten into coaching, and you're a great coach. What makes you have the confidence that you can come back and fight on the level of an Alexander Volkanovski? You're not stepping in and just trying to put your toe in the water. You're diving in head first like a Michael Phelps. What makes you feel like you're ready to be at that elite level right out of the gate like that?
Because of my IQ, my experience, the fact that I've stayed in the game. You know what I mean? It's not like I've been away from the game. Like I've been in the game. Like I've had a chance to really dissect me. It's not like I'm the only thing that I haven't really done well, RC, I'll be honest with you, man, is that Mexican food, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, DC ain't the only one that likes Popeye's chicken. Triple C does too. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, the only thing that I really haven't really taken care of has just been my weight. I'm 165 pounds, 170 sometimes. Man, that cut would be perfect, man, because you trim off all that fat, man, like just like that bone. He's only a couple inches taller than me. It's a very winnable fight, and I love the fact that I could become the first division champ because we all know America's sweetheart. Conor McGregor, that blue-eyed devil. Dana White. He's gonna be the first one to get that crack at the three belts. But man, this one's gonna be earned. This one's earned for me, I believe, as a two-sport world champ. Can I repeat it one more time, guys? The Olympic champ, the flyweight champ, and the bantamweight champion of the world, defending both of my belts. Alexander Volkanovski said he wants to fight 155 pounds. Dude, you ain't proven at 155 pounds either. I defended both my belts. I retired on that Monday, guys. So at the end of the day, man, I'm coming after his head. I really am, dude. As a competitor, as a challenger, as a history maker. So I hope Dana White, the UFC, all these fans get behind it because this isn't the king of cringe, man. This is Henry Cejudo speaking right now. And Alexander Volkanovski. If you want this dude, come and get it. Let's do it in your backyard of Melbourne, Australia. Let's sell it out, dude. How big is that stadium, dude? But I will make sure, dude. I will make sure to leave with your head back to America, man, and reclaim my stake.
Wow. Honestly, Henry, that would be massive to go to Australia to watch you guys fight for championship with you chasing history once again. But when we go back a little bit, Henry, and we watch him fight a guy that you trained, that you helped to train in the Korean Zombie on Saturday, what did he do that impressed you? What did he do that left the masses just with their jaws dropped because he looked like an absolute world beater? This fight was not competitive in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So what makes you look at him and go, hey, man, this type of guy I want to be competing against, even though I know I can beat him, but he will bring the best out of me?
Well, it's because of my IQ, DC. It's my experience, man. I'm not gonna let this dude close like that. Like, dude, his reach is so longer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, I wouldn't let him in like that. Two, I would dictate the pace, man. I'm a different athlete in there, and it was kind of what Zombie didn't do, man. That was the first thing that I brought up at camp that I didn't like. The same reason why I wasn't in the corner, man. You know what I mean? I helped the Korean Zombie, but I wasn't like spearheading that camp. I base my threes off of three things, Daniel. I call it position, composure, and distance. And the one thing that I didn't like about Zombie at the beginning of the camp was his position. The number one thing, he leans too heavy on that front leg. He almost gets a little squared, and I just don't think it's good, man. Because by the time you do get out, DC, you're out, but you already took in 5-6 punches, man, before you get out. You know what I'm saying? So I recognize a lot of things that he could have done right, but he did it. But I would be able to have the ability to right those wrongs. You know what I'm saying? There's too much tape on him. There is too much tape for someone like Alexander. If you watch all my fights, DC, like how do you describe my style of fighting, dude? I'm a technical savage, man. You never know what I'm going to bring up. I'm going to rush you. I'm going to kick you. I'm going to strike you. You know what I mean? So I like my odds. I really do, man. I'm not saying Alexander is a killer. I will tell you that right now. But the same reason, whatever makes my heart pump, DC, is the same reason why I want to fight him. So I have a question for you, Daniel. Who do you want to see Alexander Volkanovski? And I know Max Holloway's your boy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you want to see a third fight like that? Would you like to see this
Well, my whole
contender?
deal is, so for me as a fan and Ryan too, honestly, I think the question would be better for Ryan, right? Because Ryan is the person that we are trying to involve in the fight, right? The guy that, even though he's a professional athlete, he is a fan of the sport from the outside. For me, I believe that Max Holloway, if you're not in there, is the only one that can compete with him.
Yeah.
Because he has really distanced himself. So I honestly believe that question is better suited, Henry, for Ryan Clark. Because Ryan is the target audience. He is the guy that you're trying to draw in. So
DC, you're about to be you're about to run for politics, huh? Dude, that's a question.
What you mean? I'm just being honest. Like, Ryan,
I
are you
have
not the
6
target?
months.
No, I think
I have 6 months, DC, before I jump in there, dude.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna challenge it? Who else has the capability of beating him, dude?
Outside of Max Holloway, I don't think anybody at featherweight can really compete with him.
But even if Max Holloway wins, DC, I want him too. I'm after that belt, bro. Like, I really am, dude. Max Holloway, that size, I'm not afraid of that, dude. And the beginning, I never really called out Holloway just for the simple fact because of the length. But as I started studying the sport and really took my time with it, I'm just like, hey, I think that would be they're both going to be tough fights, but I can see myself having a better probability even with Holloway just because of the stats, man. And that's all I got to say. Just because of the length. Sometimes when you have so much body, there's so much opportunity too.
There you go, RC.
No, listen. Well, exactly. But when I look at it though, right, we were waiting on the Max fight. Max was supposed to be fighting. Obviously, the Korean Zombie steps in, and Alexander Volkanovski absolutely dominates him. And then we get to see, Aljamain Sterling really shock the world and dominate Petr Yan, especially taking him down those 2 rounds in a row, which I thought one was a 10-8 round. When you sit outside and you're watching these things take place in the octagon, do you feel like you're a cut above a lot of the champions or a few of the champions at the smaller weight? Do you feel you could beat an Aljamain Sterling or a TJ Dillashaw if he's there? Do you feel you beat an Alexander Volkanovski and the Max Holloway right out of the gate? You get your 6 months, you're in your side of that loan, you come out, Dana White gives you a fight. Should we expect you, or do you expect yourself? Why do you expect yourself to be a guy that can hold that championship belt? Because outside of Max Holloway, the only fight that would interest us at that size would be you. And it would be the storyline, and it would be the fact that you're a 2-division champion. But are you still that type of elite level MMA fighter?
Oh, of course, man. When I think of 135 pounds, you know what I think of, RC? No, the first one that comes to mind is easy money. I'm gonna go out there, rob the bank, and that's it. That's what I see, man. I've said it before. RC, DC, you guys saw what I said about Petr Yan. He lost. He lost because of the grappling, because of the wrestling. Man, I'm a whole nother level, man. Like, my shots, my takedowns are second to none. Ain't nobody in the UFC has my type of wrestling. Nobody. So this is the only reason why I'm after Volkanovski. And I'm really not even after Volkanovski, man. At this point, man, I'm after that third belt.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.